I'm starting to see a side of me that I ain't seen before, aside from all the bad in me. I'm trying to think of happy thoughts, but when I pause to reflect, I see a broken man. Looking back at it, never really gave myself a chance to grow. Always hoped to show the doubters that I wasn't that broken. I was someone to be proud of, but I doubted myself, often bringing me down. I felt better with my head down and out of the clouds. My dreams would float, they would stick so close to those clouds, trying to escape my sorry ass for always bringing them down. I used to be down and out, but now I found I was surrounded by people who held me down, impounded by evil, and I helped them out. Clouded, I clearly couldn't even see myself. As a result, I was left with an impulse for theft, possessed by drugs, fucking up step by step.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times, and as the days go by, I always try to be who I am, to be who I am, to be who I am.
I remember I would lie to myself, thinking I was fine. I think I was overwhelmed by my mind, and it felt at times I'd kill myself. Reminded by ink design when I was blinded, I would fight it, but I was never frightened to death. I was scared of life, I was the living dead, prepared to die, so tired I'd live in bed. Dropped out of school, no contact with any friends. Matter of fact, no contact with anyone. When mum knocked on my door, I wouldn't let her in. I couldn't talk to anybody about these things. I would think everyone's against me, then I'd start to sing, thinking all types of shit. I'm good at hiding it, cause in my eyes I'm the only child since my sister left, so I didn't need to share. I barely ever cared what others thought. I was taught to grin and bear.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times, and as the days go by, I always try to be who I am, to be who I am,
Atomic
be
Beats.
who I am.
I've been changing in various ways throughout my life, figuring out who I am and what I'm about. Soul searching for that missing person deep inside I could hide and never surface. My only purpose was being worthless, wasn't worth it. Now I'm here to change my world, and it's one day at a time. I ain't changing my mind, I've come too far forward to be looking behind. I'm using this time to better myself, I'm better off this time round. I'm asking for help. I don't wanna see myself the way I used to be, reclusive, depressed in my room constantly. I would suppress everything just to feel numb, filled with sick thoughts, couldn't deal with that shit, son. Now my shit's locked down like a cock gun, aiming for the stars. I'm aimless without this art.